Happy New Year! Whoa, 2021. How futuristic does that sound? Does it feel it? Not really. Anyway, welcome to the Diamond Out channel, the first show in 2021. Amazing. Right, and what better way to start the year than with a power cut? No lights, no internet, no nothing or nothing. Oh, I can't use my drill. Anyway, it's not going to stop me making a video. This is on battery, it's charged up. And I don't need any lights or nothing, or no power source to give you this video on using a borax cone or flux in your jewellery. I say borax cone because that's the only thing I would consider using. So you need a dish and a cone. This one is worn out, I just bought a new one, so it gave me the idea to actually make a video. Where's my cone? Up here. I'm in Japan, yeah. I'm a jeweller from the UK, but I married a Japanese lady and then ended up moving to Japan, so I'm here now. Couldn't buy this in Japan. They don't have it. They only have the liquid flux, which I used to use. Maybe it's different now, but I used to use it like pretty much the entirety of my apprenticeship, so like the first 5 years of my career. And I got on with it. I didn't really see a problem with it, but it used to go a bit sticky, so I remember I used to water it down a little bit and stir it up. Then the jeweller teaching me, one guy left, a new guy come, he was a bit better, and he says, no, I don't use that stuff, it's crap. So he got me using these borax cones, and I have to say they are better. You got more control of the sort of, excuse me, of like the sort of thickness of the liquid, the solution. Some people like it really watery, I like mine really fluxy, and these new cones, they seem to have changed the last few years. Like, they used to buy them, they used to be, I felt, some jewellers preferred them, but I felt they were too hard, too difficult to get stirred up and dissolved in the water. The last couple I bought, they're really crumbly and I really like it. They don't last as long, but you get really, really fluxy water. And me, when I'm soldering, I don't know what I'm doing different to other people, but I need loads and loads of flux on things to get things to solder. Other jewellers I work with just wipe a little bit on and it works for them, but I have trouble. Anyway, so yeah, I like to stir up a load of borax cone into my water, so the more sort of the ones that come apart a bit more I like, even though they don't last as long. But yeah, couldn't buy these in Japan, so I ordered it in the UK, went to my dad, and then my dad sent it to me here. So thanks, Dad. Right, so yeah, I'll show you how to use this. Hey, power just came back on. That means we've got heating now as well. I just got my head torch out. I was gonna do the video with my head torch on. Anyway, right, so good. Back to the 19th century. Up. Oh, there you go. Okay, right, come on. Yeah, this video is going great. Yeah, so you need this dish. They're all the same. You buy them. It's specific for using these cones in. It's like made of some sort of stone. It's a bit rough. Slightly porous. What's weird, the last place I lived, I was making videos in the last place I lived, like this time last year. You can recognise in my videos I was really cold and wearing scarves and stuff at home. I used to top this up with water, and water used to go through it, and I used to have to put it on a square of cardboard to soak up the water, otherwise it was just getting my bench all wet and ruining it. Weirdly, it doesn't happen anymore in this house. I can't believe the water's any different. Something I just don't understand. Anyway. So, yeah, you need to put a little bit of water in this and then stir up your cone. I'll just show you with my old one first. If you've got a kettle or something in your workshop, I don't have up here. I'm like on the 3rd floor of this house, and I don't want any like tea making stuff and that up here because I'm looking after my space. I'll put about that much water in, just a bit, and I stir it up. This one, I've already got a head start because there's dried flux in there, yeah? But if not, if it's like a fresh cone, I literally just try and crush the corner off it a bit and then stir that in. And like I said earlier, I need my water, my solution, really fluxy. Other jewellers don't so much. Another thing, when you work with other jewellers, the way they get dirty is different. It's quite interesting. Some people just get all big chunky bright white flux on there. I've never done that. Mine always goes grey and dirty looking. I think it's because I work harder than everybody else. So there's more like metal dust and rubber wheel dust in the air. Yeah, if you're using these rubber wheels that I always go on about, the dust, like especially if you're doing a bit and then blowing on your piece, the dust does accumulate on the bench. Try not to let it go in your flux because it does ruin it. I have had to change the water because it was just too dirty. Just one more thing about, I mentioned having a kettle. If you have got this to a sort of stage of dirtiness where you want to clean it out, use boiling water and just pour boiling water, put it in the sink and pour really hot water on it, and it will just all come apart and come out really well. Yeah, do that. I won't bother showing you how to pour hot water on a stone dish. What we're doing, yeah, let's do a solder. So I've just got a scrappiest little scrap bit of metal out of my scrap pot. I'll just turn this up into a circle just so I can solder it up and show you a solder live, not live, pre-recorded, as it happens, I should say. It's not actually 2021 yet. These videos, yeah, I film them and then only patrons to the channel get to see them. And it stays like that for 2 weeks until they're uploaded live to YouTube. So if you want to see them fresh, you've got to become a patron. And it costs you £5 a month for that benefit. Plus others, giving you a lot more of my time with extra content. Chop that end off. I can only really recommend this Borax cone Flux because it's all I use, but like I said, you can't get it in Japan, which means they're using the liquid stuff, and the Japanese jewelers, from what I've seen, are way more advanced than me, so who am I to say this is better than that other stuff? But this is all you'll ever see me use on my videos on YouTube. Talking about it not actually being 2021 yet, my targets for this year for subscribers was, my goal was to be monetized and with 2,000 subscribers, and looks like I'm just about going to do it. I had a look this morning and it was like 199, so a few more. 199k it says. Come on, Chris, let's see some soldering. Alright, just making sure my join is nice and tight, because if you ever see me doing a solder on a not tight join, I'm sure you're going to let me know about it after all the pressure I put on people to have tight joins. Alright, so that's just a little ring, yeah. I'm just going to plonk that in front of me, angle that a little bit. I hope that's clear on the screen. So I got my flux, I just stirred that up, yeah. That's borderline too dirty. I would like to change this water now. What I do is, let me show you. You can see my brush in the background, yeah. What I do is, that's too wet, so I wipe it on the side. I sort of rotate it and wipe it and get a bit of the liquid off. You don't want a massive like blob of liquid on there, because it'll just all run down your tweezers. I have a torch. I said in my previous video, which I made yesterday, I had a really bad cold. It's much better today. So my positive thinking is working, but I'm still under the spell a little bit. Oh my God. Totally unprepared for this video. Right. Also about my subscribers, goals for next year. I like to set myself really difficult goals, and I find it gets the best out of me, my performance in life. 12,000 subscribers by the end of next year. That's 1,000 new subscribers every month. How am I going to do that? I don't know. But it's that thinking of how am I going to do it that keeps you on your toes and moving forwards in life. So if you haven't got any, if you've got your New Year's resolutions, write them down and be really strict on yourself with them. You can use them as a guide to improve yourself. Right, off topic. Come on. Right, so yeah, I burnt that on. Sometimes I have to keep heat on it, and I have to do that, like sometimes, especially silver, like 3 or 4 times. I like that hiss. If you touch that when it's too hot, the solder, the flux will not even burn. It's like hotter than the temperature it can boil at. I don't know, all you're doing is kind of just burning the hairs on your brush. So it can't be too hot and then touch flux on it. But you can do it 2 or 3 times as it warms up. So I mean, like that. I'll dry that on, touch it again, it's not that hot. Touch it again, it's not that hot. You can get away with it 3 or 4 times, but it's getting hotter and hotter the whole time, so you can't keep doing it forever. Now, with a bit of heat on it, if you work quickly, and I haven't got any solder cut up. Not hard solder, no way. Hard solder's a nightmare. Bit of easy solder. a little chunk off. I might do a video more going deep into soldering, like I'll show you everything I know about it. So yeah, I don't want that too wet, yeah, so I wipe it on the edge of my dish. Let me show you this. Can you see the little chunk there? So that's a little bit wet. I wiped it on the side. Just pick it up, touch it there. Back to here. That should have a little bit of heat in it, which helps that stick on there. Probably not very hot at all now, it's well cold in this room. Yeah, if it doesn't touch on there, give it a bit more heat and then it should stick to that more than the brush. That's probably the best method because it's so gentle as well, the bristles on your brush. If you got this, if this is really delicate and really set up really perfectly, but kind of just balance in there, you can't touch it, you can't put it on with tweezers because you might knock it with the tweezers. So I heat this, I get it hot slowly and gently, holding the flame from a bit of a distance, and then as it's hot, that almost like glues to it quite strongly, and then I just put the heat on. I'll go into this a bit more detail when I do a video specifically on soldering, because there's a few things you should understand about how much heat to put on, at what time and what angle, and when to take the heat off. Did you see that? That just ran just then. And did you notice, as soon as I saw it run, I took the heat off. This is what... So I got hair in my mouth, a bit of fluff. Right. This is what I see people do on YouTube, yeah, when I look at other YouTubers' videos. That solder just run, and then they'll do this. They'll run it some more. And then they'll do this, and they'll run it some more. And I'm just like cringing, like, God damn, you soldered it. Just leave it alone now. And then they'll do this. It's like, why? If the solder's run, and it's gone right across, it's soldered. You don't need to keep the heat on it. You're just making it, you're just increasing the risk. Check from the back, make sure the solder's threaded through. When you're fluxing, flux it all around the joint, yeah? Sorry, did you see that? I can't look at the screen and do it at the same time. So, yeah, what was it about? Yeah, look at the back of it, your joint, make sure that's the solder's flooded right through. Yeah, so you've got to flux it all the way around before you start soldering. Make sure there's a lot of flux around it. It really helps you out. And there you go. There's your solder piece. Congratulations, you just used flux successfully. So there you go. That was it. That's a borax cone. You can buy them. It's what we use in the UK. It's good stuff. You can control the fluxiness of the flux. Yeah, you can't really go too far wrong with them. There's not really a lot to explain. I could go into like the chemical compounds of that, but I don't know. I'd have to do research, and it's not that interesting, probably, I expect. It's like a boracic acid, is it? I don't know. One thing to mention is, it is kind of corrosive, like just slightly corrosive. So these cheap paint brushes we use, borax brush, borax pencil they get called a lot in the trade, I don't know why. That's just like a cheapy base metal. Don't think it's aluminium. Don't know what it is, it's just rubbish. If you just leave it in your flux, like that, like in the dish, it will corrode the metal away. So it starts to eat away if you don't do that much work and you leave it dipped in the solution a long time. So I always balance mine across the top. Bad habit, probably unhygienic, maybe don't do that. Some jewelers like to cut them short and they found the thing too long. I get that. Sometimes you want loads of light on what you're doing and then you're fluxing and then you hit that and you can get just flux on you. Not a huge problem, but I don't know. Not really too much to worry about. I don't think it's that poisonous. I've had it in my mouth a few times and it's just a bit salty. Just doesn't make you ill or teeth don't fall out or nothing like that. So you may have noticed this video was completely impromptu. It was just unprepared. My wife's gone out with the kids. They've gone to, their friends invited them out for like a little Christmas party. So they've gone to that. So I thought, cool, I've got like 2 hours free. I'll bang out another video. So I did that. I've just got the new flux cone and they start using it. There's a bit more life in this one. Also, I've got this big jam jar lid. That's quite wet. I don't want to, if you leave it in there, it kind of just wastes it. It dissolves too much in the water. You can balance it on the side, I guess, but it doesn't always stay there and it's just a balancing act, literally. So I keep a dish on the side and I just plonk that in there next to my dish. You probably noticed it in my other videos, maybe not, but you might do from now on. So yeah, sorry the randomness of this video and I rambled on a lot through it, but limited time and I just wanted to talk about borax cones. So this video. I'll probably put it in the beginner's guide playlist, just because if you're looking to learn about making jewellery, you might not know about this kind of thing. You might be considering your choices with just buying like the liquid Flux and Borax cone. I recommend these. They're a bit more professional. All the top jewellers I've ever worked with always use these, or like the people with years of experience who've trained me up always use these. Yeah, so I do too, and I recommend you do too. Cool. Yeah, Diamond Matte channel. If this was useful to you in any way, or you look for my other videos and there's anything that you feel like is helpful to you in any way, I would greatly appreciate it if you click like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you can get notified of future uploads, of which there are loads coming soon. And last but not least, we've got 2 new patrons to the channel, 2 new supporter patrons, so thank you very much guys. We've got Lee Lawson and David Hay, the most recent one. So yeah, thank you guys, I really appreciate your support for the channel. Really helps me, or contributes to helping me do more things for you, so helps me help you. So I'm really grateful to all the patrons of the channel. I've got 11 now, this is awesome, this is really good. If you would like to consider becoming a patron to the channel, there's a link in the description box. A supporter, you just, without any real financial obligation, is £1 a month, and that just comes to me and it's all very helpful as it all adds up. There are no real benefits from that other than you are helping me grow the channel. So I just give you my thanks, and I will personally shout out to you in the next upload. Other than that, next level up, we've got a classic patron, £5 a month. You get to see all new future YouTube videos 2 weeks before they're uploaded to YouTube, and you get your shout out, and there's a few other benefits as well. And then the top one is £10 a month. That means you get your 2 weeks in advance, you get a shout out, and you get exclusive content, and you're welcome to contact me about anything, any little private jobs you got going on. Little advice, you can make suggestions for new videos. Yeah, I'll hop to it. If you suggest a video and I can get on with it easily, I don't have to like buy any special shaped stone or anything, I will certainly do my best to get on with it. So yeah, all patrons, really grateful to you guys, and yeah, it honestly is making a big difference. Like I say, last time I bought those stones, I need a new camera stand. I might consider taking the patron money and getting a new stand. Obviously this is all equipment that costs money as well, so I need to keep the channel going, which might mean upgrading a few things as we go along. But yeah, please become a patron and you'll become part of the team, and you're helping me help you, like I say. So on that note, goodbye, see you next time, bye bye.